If you've ever fallen into an argument about who's really the strongest in Middle-earth, you know how bad it gets. Someone says Gandalf solos Sauron. Someone else shouts, actually, Morgoth. Then Tom Bombadil shows up, and the entire conversation implodes. In this video, we're ranking the most powerful characters in Middle-earth, from god-tier reality breakers down to legendary mortals, and explaining exactly why they land where they do. Welcome to Stickmen of Middle-earth. Let's finally settle this, or start the best comment war of your life. Power in Tolkien's world isn't just who would win in a boxing match. We're looking at spiritual nature, magical ability, combat skill, influence, and the restrictions placed on each being. Some characters are intentionally nerfed by the rules of the world. Others burn themselves out by using too much power. So, this is not a simple who wins in a fight list. It's overall might, impact, and lore weight. And yes, some of this is absolutely debatable. That's the fun part. Let's get into it. S tier, World Breakers. Number 1, Morgoth Melkor. The original Dark Lord, and the strongest of all, Valar Morgoth didn't just use power. He poured his power into the world itself, corrupting its very foundation. He destroyed the two trees. He created or twisted most of the monsters we know, Balrogs, dragons, orcs. He made evil part of the world's structure, instead of just an invading force. The downside? Every time he corrupted something, he drained himself. By the War of Wrath, he was a shadow of his prime, but at full strength, no one else comes close. Morgoth is your number 1. A tier, Dark Lords and Masters of Magic. Number 2, Sauron. Morgoth's greatest lieutenant and the second Dark Lord. Sauron specializes in domination, order, and control. With the One Ring, he can dominate other ring-bearers, break wills with his presence, and coordinate vast armies with terrifying precision. He nearly conquers Middle-earth, twice. But he poured a huge part of his essence into the ring. Lose the ring, lose most of the power.
I am their master. No.
Number 3, Gandalf the White. Gandalf is a Maya sent in the extremely unepic form of an old man with limitations. His mission, guide, not dominate. He's literally restricted. But when he returns as Gandalf the White, some of those limits lift.
Who are you?
Show yourself!
His authority skyrockets. He fights a Balrog across mountains and abyss. He breaks Saruman's staff. He stands against the Witch King without hesitation. He's arguably the second most powerful active being during the War of the Ring. Why not higher? Because even then, he's still bound by the Valar's rules. Full, unrestricted Gandalf would be higher. But that version doesn't exist in Middle-earth. Number 4, Galadriel. Galadriel is the mightiest elf left in the world. Born in Valinor, taught by the Valar, and carrying the light of the West. Her power is spiritual, mental, and protective. She maintains Lothlorien as a kind of sanctuary and can perceive across time and distance. With Nenya, her protective abilities grow even stronger. Her refusal of the One Ring shows she could have become a terrifying, world-dominating queen. She isn't higher because her strength is subtle rather than destructive, but in overall spiritual might, she stands near the top. Number 5, Balrogs, Gothmog, and Durin's Bane. Balrogs are corrupted Maiar, living weapons forged by Morgoth. They led assaults that toppled kingdoms, killed legendary elf lords, and guarded ancient strongholds for millennia. They aren't strategists, they're boss fights. Taking one down requires someone on the level of Gandalf or Glorfindel. B tier, Legendary Powers. Number 6, the Witch King of Angmar, Sauron's chief Nazgul, a master of terror, sorcery, and psychological warfare. He destroys the northern kingdom of Arnor, breaks the gates of Minas Tirith, slays Theoden, and radiates fear strong enough to shatter armies. Facing Gandalf is not a guaranteed win for either side, but his power is borrowed, an extension of Sauron's will. Number 7, Glorfindel, Reborn. Glorfindel killed a Balrog in the First Age, died doing it, and was sent back by the Valar because he was too important. His reborn form radiates a holy fear that repels evil. Even the Witch King has a prophecy tied to him because of Glorfindel's presence. He's still only an elf, but he pushes that category to its absolute limit. Number 8. Saruman pre-corruption. Before falling to pride, Saruman was the chief of the wizards, master of ring lore, and one of the greatest minds in Middle-earth. His voice alone could sway kings, armies, even other wizards. He's limited by the same restrictions as Gandalf, and when he turns evil, his power fades. But at his prime, he absolutely belongs in this tier.
Its victory is at hand!
C tier, mortal champions. Number 9, Gil-galad and Elendil, together. Individually, they're two of the greatest warriors of their time. Together, they accomplish something insane. They fight Sauron with the One Ring, and they win. They die doing it, but the feat stands. That shared victory earns them this spot. Number 10, Fingolfin. Fingolfin rides alone to Morgoth's fortress, challenges him to single combat, and wounds the greatest of the Valar 7 times. Those wounds never fully heal. Fingolfin dies, but he makes a god bleed. That alone earns him a place on this list. Honorable mentions: Tom Bombadil, older than almost everything, immune to the ring, and completely outside the power scale.
Back in the Withy window, folk used to call me Bombadil. Tom Bombadil.
Ungoliant, devours light, almost kills Morgoth, but too chaotic to rank. Shelob, terrifying, but ultimately a giant apex predator, not a world shaper. Treebeard and the Ents, devastating local power, but limited global reach. Aragorn, greatest man of the Third Age, healer, warrior, king, but still mortal. The wild thing about Tolkien's world is that the strongest beings are often the most corrupted or the most restricted. Morgoth pours out his power until he becomes a crippled tyrant. Sauron locks his strength into a single piece of jewelry. Saruman's pride destroys him. The Witch King is nothing but a vessel for Sauron's will. Meanwhile, the ones who actually save Middle-earth, Frodo, Sam, Aragorn, Éowyn, aren't top tier in raw power. Their strength is endurance, mercy, and the refusal to dominate. Tolkien's point isn't that the strongest wins. It's that power means nothing if it corrupts your purpose. So, sure, power rankings are fun, but in Middle-earth, what you do with your power matters far more than how much you have. That's my ranking. Now it's your turn. Did I put Galadriel too low? Are you offended on behalf of Balrogs? Where would you place Tom Bombadil, if anywhere? Drop your own top 10 in the comments and tell me who you'd bet on in a free-for-all. If you enjoyed this, hit subscribe. More Tolkien deep dives are coming soon. Thanks for watching.